Podcast is brought to you by the Southern Elegance Candle Company, where modern values meet Southern charm. Right now, check out their fall and holiday collection with candle scents such as caramel latte, fireside, sweet potato and brown sugar, and our personal favorite, orange spice. The scent is cloves wrapped in a citrusy orange essence that takes you all the way back to grandma's house. This one is sure to be your favorite, just like it is ours. So visit secandlecode.com and use our promo code CRUX, that's CRUX, for 15% off all regularly priced items. That's secandlecode.com, where they lovingly craft each scent and city combination to elicit a fond memory to whisk you to a place of pure joy. And welcome back to Pass the Remote, brought to you by Crux Media, where they take care of all your podcast needs. From starting a podcast to monetizing it, they have you covered. Contact them via email at info@cruxmediagroupllc.com. We are here recapping Married at First Sight, Season 14, Episode 6, Dark Side of the Honeymoon. Make sure to like, comment, share, and 5-star rate. If you want to join the conversation, email us, relstatpodcast@gmail.com, or give us a call, 843-310-8637. So now we're gonna go ahead and bring in the crew. First off, we have my girl, my dog.
That's my dog. Say that right now. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog.
How are you? How are you?
I am fine. Shouts out to you and the chicken.
Why you telling my business?
You did it on social media. Everybody know you eat chicken.
Everybody didn't see my story. Why would you do that?
How many people saw your story, Key?
Why would you do? I thought we were friends.
We are friends. We the best of friends. You my dog. You want me to do it for you one more time?
That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog.
I love you, Key. You know that. That's my dog. But you having a good? Are you having a good week?
No. No, that's why I was eating chicken. I was stressed eating.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and see if we can help give you some more support.
Yeah, I need it.
Welcome to the show at Big Kid _Chops, aka the Jewel Dropper.
Yes. Yes. In the building.
What's happening, big dog?
Yeah, I had some emotional support chicken too.
You did?
So yes, I did. But I got mine from KFC because Popeye's line is too damn long.
Is it good to have chicken with honey? I've never tried it.
Don't churches give you honey with the chicken or something?
Got a place here called Yogi Bear, and they put honey. They got that honey fried chicken.
Wait, so it's already in the batter?
Yeah, they put honey in the batter, and then they only a little bit, because if you put too much, it'll burn the outside of the chicken. But they do give you honey on the side. I ain't gonna front. You pour that honey on that chicken. That thing get you where you want to be now.
Matter of fact, Cluck You does that too.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, Cluck You does that too. They give you honey.
Okay. All right. Now, all the way from Atlanta, where I don't know if there's a Cluck You chicken, it's that dude, Jeff, aka Big Muffins. What's happening, bro?
What's going on, good people? What up? What it do, man? Big Muffins Energy is in the building, and no, there is not a Cluck You chicken.
Oh.
I just
okay.
Let's get. I got to get me something to eat now, bro. Y'all been talking about all this stuff, and I need some chicken.
Hey,
I just got to eat.
I might go take some leg quarters out the freezer right now. It's gonna be a late dinner, but I'm gonna figure life out.
Son, you talking about the honey drizzled chicken?
Yeah, he called it drizzle. That man,
Drizzle.
drizzy on there.
That looked like it hit his sweet spot right there.
Hit the
It
spot.
does, like it touched my soul. I touched my soul real quick for a second.
Honey drizzle. You drizzle the honey.
Come on now, act like you ain't never had the drizzle. You see my hand, the drizzling on top.
Not the drizzling on top.
Always got to do it. You gotta, when it's popping, you got to get that seasoning and get that elbow.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get into the show. You know, we're here to bring you season 14, episode 6, everything from it. We're going to give you a rundown and our own personal opinions on all the goings on. But first, as always, we start with the Who Said That segment with our host, Jeff.
Ladies and gentlemen, Big Muffin's energy is back in the building. It is that time again. What's going on, man? We are here. Last week, Eve took the crown. We are here to see if Key can come back off of her emotional bender to reclaim the throne. That's what's going to happen, man. Eve, what's going on, brother? How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good, and I'm full of chicken.
Key, you full of chicken. Key, how are you? You okay?
I'm all right.
You all right?
I'm all right.
I'm all right.
That's Key's way
all right, man.
Dropping the F-bomb at me.
It really was. It really was. That was pure corporate F-bomb. Hey, man, so quick 5-pack of questions to see who was paying attention during the episode. So, who said this? First question. I understand that you're frustrated, but I'm also frustrated. And I think you need to remember that we're both in the same situation right now. Was it A, Alyssa, B, Lindsay, C, Mark, or D, the homie Elijah Wan?
Alyssa.
I concur. It was the 9 iron.
You concur? It was the 9. All right, there it is, man. That one goes out to both of you. Easy on the board to that special person, Alyssa, which I'm pretty sure we're going to talk about very much tonight. All right, next question up on the board, man. Who said this? I'm still learning how to convey messages in a way that's beneficial and doesn't create a bigger issue because of how I said something. Was it A, Elijah Wan, B, Michael, C, Alyssa, or D, Jasmina?
That was Michael.
Michael.
All right, man. They was definitely paying attention tonight, man. It definitely indeed was Michael while he was sitting there being very truthful and honest at the dinner table. Shout out to you, Michael. You did your thing, sir. All right, next question up. Third question. Who said this? My head is all over the place. I'm super anxious, but at the same time, he makes me feel safe and secure with him. Was it A, Jasmina, B, Lindsay, C, Noi, or D, Katina?
I'm gonna go with Noi because just
I was gonna say no, you too.
All right, ladies and gents, 3 for 3, both of them. All right, we've been paying attention on the dark side of the honeymoon. Interesting episode it was.
Attention to that part. That's why I guess.
You was waiting for Sriracha to come out the water.
You know. I want to see Noisy.
She gonna make it. She gonna make it till like Steve get a job. He got to pay for Noisy. But next question. Who said this? I feel like since I met him, I've been stepping outside my comfort zone. Was it A, Katina, B, Noi, C, Jasmina, or D, Lindsay? Who said that?
Katina.
So we just piggybacking off everybody tonight.
Nah, because you see the horse situation.
She's been completely uncomfortable the whole time.
So indeed, it definitely was Katina following behind O and Champagne, whatever that horse's name was.
Well, her horse name was Champagne.
That's what happened when you get two people from the city on some horses, man.
Hey, I've ridden horse.
Yeah. You've ridden a horse.
Yes, sir.
Me too.
Okay, we're going to explain that later. All right,
That's
last question. That's a whole nother segment. All right, last question, man. Last question. Who said this? Nobody gets the person that they 100% want because that person doesn't exist. Was it A, Steve, B, Katina, C, Alyssa, or D, Chris?
Big Chris. Captain of the Frost team.
Oh man, and unfortunately it was that poor man Chris who needs to get his refund and his money back ASAP. Talking about
he should be able to file something on his taxes for this,
son. But that was it, man, for another episode of Who Said That. Came down to the wire, but looks like we have ourselves a tie heading into week, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. We'll figure this out next week. But yeah, Yosh, back to you, man.
All right. Appreciate it, man. Jeff always does a good job with the Who Said That segment. So let's get into the episode. It's a new day. Lindsay and Mark pretty much have seemed to start off at a new beginning. They're at breakfast having pretty much a good dinner. Breakfast, I'm sorry. And having great conversation. They talk about religion and kids. What did you think about their pretty much key? What did you think about this opening scene with them seeming to have overstepped that hurdle that was brought about the night before by Mark?
I was a bit confused because it didn't look like they had fell back. I guess I don't know what that looks like when you trying to slow down after you done shebang bang. I don't know what that looks like, but I don't think I'll be talking about kids and religion after you tell me you want to slow down. But everybody's not me, and some people's able to just go on about their day. So yeah, there's that. I was a little confused.
They said they talked. They said they had a talk. They squashed it because what he was trying to say and what he was trying to do just didn't match up.
Did y'all see the after show?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I need to watch that though.
On the after show last week when they talked about it, Jasmina actually asked Lindsay if they had sex prior to him saying that he wanted to fall back, and she was like, not only had they done had it, they had it like right before they went on a date. Wow. And that's why she was so confused. Like they had it right before that date. They had it that morning. They had it the night before. Like they had done did it like 5 or 6 times before he said, I feel like
they're making babies.
And I think that they did it. I think they did it after that conversation they had.
I think so too. That's why I was so confused.
And that's why they was looking like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they had that.
Yeah, like I said, I think that's
what they call that key? Cooter pop?
I don't know what she called hers. That's what I call mine.
Well, he's popping it.
Everybody ain't got what I got.
You know that's a fact.
Then we see something that I think is going to end up growing old. Katina and Olajuwon, they go ahead and go horseback riding. Once again, Olajuwon is pushing her out of her comfort zone. Key, and I have to ask you this. Could you be with a man, whether well-intentioned or not, could you be with Olajuwon or any man who pushes you like this? It's one thing, I think, to usher a person out of their comfort zone. It's another thing to push them off the cliff and then continue to push them off the cliff. So what do you think, Key?
Do you have a bleep button available?
I need to, but I do not, ma'am.
Okay. Well, I can't say exactly what I'm going to say because you don't have a beep available for me. Mm-hmm. But I will have my own beep when we go live next week. I'll say, no, I wouldn't be able to do that because to me, I relate a lot to Katina. I think she has anxiety. Um and she needs somebody that has patience with her. Like, I'm not saying that you should not push her a little bit, but he has no type of patience, no type of empathy, no softness, no nothing. Like, I didn't see this in the gym scene as much because I guess I was looking at it as if, okay, the gym is not fun. But like the horse thing, and then I went back and watched the gym scene again, and I understood your position last week when you said he did too much last week, and I wasn't saying that, so I had to go back and take that back. It's a hell no for me. I would say a stronger word, but you don't have a beep.
I got you, Jeff. What do you think?
I think there's a right way and a wrong way to do this. I'm under that belief that opposites attract, and it's clear that they're on different ends of the spectrum. And I think if he doesn't correct this soon or really explain what his intentions are, it's going to drive her away. Because you see, she was about ready to hop. If she could have hopped off that horse, she would have hopped off that horse and left him out there in that field. I get him what he's trying to do and get them to experience new things together. But the way that he's going about it quickly takes something that should be exciting and fun as a couple and turning into something that's an aggravating and bad experience. And you stack those up enough times, she's not going to want to do nothing with you.
She just needs to stand up to him.
Elaborate.
Put your foot down. You know what I mean? I don't know no other way to put it. Like, no, this is not what we're not necessarily saying. No, we're not going to do it, but no, you're not going to drive me that hard. Period.
Do you think
if you're not,
you think he really listen though?
They said now his friends and family said that if you repeat things to him, he'll eventually get it. So as long as she keeps reiterating, look, I'm not going, I'm not doing it, then he's gonna learn when I think he will eventually learn when to push and when to pull back. But it's just gonna take him a little bit longer. But he better learn it because that's a good woman right there.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I got a clip here. Let me go ahead and play this.
So in some situations, if I'm telling you I'm really uncomfortable, then I want you to know when to do it and when to not. Because my nerves get really bad, and I don't know, you'll have to learn, like, okay, like, she really doesn't want to do this.
I would never put you through anything I think you can't get through.
I see that you're just trying to, like, help me override my fear.
Right.
But in the moment, I was like, I want to punch him in his face.
Yo, so funny. I'm always going to push you. I'm always going to push you.
What do you think, Key? What do you think about their communication there? Like throughout this whole experiment, what are your thoughts on how they communicate?
I feel like Olajuwon, okay, this is one of those examples when you need to ask somebody, did they hear, like, to tell you what they heard? Because I don't think he hears Katina. I think he hears what he wants to hear.
I agree with that.
And I don't think he understands what she's saying, which is clear as day what she's saying, but perception is everything. Yeah. And he has one of those, like, Olajuwon, I'm kind of iffy when it comes to him because I've seen him take accountability in certain situations. So I've seen him say that he doesn't know everything, but then he acts like a know-it-all, like a lot, especially when it's a situation between him and his wife. I don't use this term a lot, but I feel like it's appropriate here. He's an alpha male. And I don't use the term a lot. But with that, he feels like he knows everything what's best for his wife, like she doesn't know herself. And if he was to actually listen to her, he would understand that it's deeper than, oh, I just never did this before, I'm uncomfortable. The girl has legit fears. Like, I don't know if I think this is gonna work or not. Especially with me being a person that suffers from like anxiety, I couldn't be with a man like that.
Well, I think that eventually, I think what's going to happen is it wears on you, and I think his personality will wear on her over the next 2.5 months. Ibby, what you think?
Yeah, I definitely think he ain't hearing what she's saying, but he is being honest. He's telling her, "Yo, I'm gonna push you." So maybe the easiest method for her is to find a way to push back or not be in the situation. You know what I mean?
Here's a question for you, Jeff. What do you think that his pushing is about her, or is it selfish and about him? Jeff.
Frozen.
That's a good question. Can you let me think? Biscuits.
I would say both.
No, I disagree. I think it's about, because he made the statement when they were horseback riding. He said, I'm not about to slow down my life for her, so she's just gonna have to do it.
Right, but he's being selfish, but he also cares how it is affecting her. But I think the selfishness is just outweighing it.
Yeah. Jeff, you want to get in on it?
All right, I'm back. Yo, it's definitely more on him because of his responses. You can see that he's really not considering her. You can see that he's really not paying attention to what he says. Because like he kind of said, it's the alpha male I know best role. Like, I'm going to push you because he thinks she needs to be pushed. I'm going to do this because he thinks their marriage needs this in order to be successful. I'm adventurous. I'm outgoing. My wife is not as adventurous and outgoing, but it took me really meeting her at where she's at for us to be able to enjoy a lot of things together and realize that it's okay to push. But if you really want it to be something you and your wife can enjoy, you have to consider her and her feelings in that. And I don't think Katina would be like, yo, or ever lie about how she feels. Like, she's telling you this because she needs you to understand. And if you don't understand, then it's going to turn into something different.
Okay. That makes sense. Then they move on to Steve and Noy. They go on this adventure of hiking and swimming. But it ain't really much there, so we'll skip past that. Chris and Alyssa, they try to go, he gets bit by a fish and, whatever. Chris and Alyssa, they end up going out to play some tennis. I do give Chris credit. He is trying as much as he can. Alyssa, they, after the tennis match, Chris decides that he wants to talk because he's trying to get to the bottom of whatever it is. And if you don't like me, then just say you don't like me and we can move forward. But it seems to be she's evading that. So she then she's irate with the way that he asked her or the questions that he asked. And she talks to production at this point, walks off, and says she doesn't like the way that Chris is portraying her on the show, by implying that she's not there for the right reason. And she just, and she stays going. Says, I'm not going to do this. And we'll come back to that because I don't want to. Alyssa, we're going to give her some time later, and I just wanted to give the people that. And then in between, they have this thing with Mark's landlord, where Mark's landlord is repeatedly calling him all times a day, all times a night. Key, you're on your honeymoon, and your new husband's ex-landlord or any woman is repeatedly calling the phone throughout the day. And like one time they were asleep, it was like 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And she called. What is going on through your head? And do you agree with Lindsay and her thoughts that she had?
Lindsay different because yeah, she different because ain't no way. What kind of landlord? Kind of space are you renting where your landlord? Wait, your land.
Cash AYS studio popped up in the back. What's up, Cash?
He can't hear you.
Oh, tell Cash we said what's up.
They said what's up. Yes, they can see
Yes,
you.
they can see you, Cash.
They can see me. They can see me live, Cash.
We are live, Cash. AYS Studios, hit them up for all your pictures and video needs.
All right, so
Key seemed disturbed.
where was I? Okay,
threw
so
off the whole
I was
the whole answer.
Okay, yeah. What kind of space are you renting when your landlord is calling you at 2:00 in the morning? Like, that's unprofessional, and it ain't like you could pay your rent and stuff at that time. But I'm
he
sorry.
befriended her. He made her a part of his little family.
I don't like it.
I think
stupid.
I think in the times in which he was alone,
He been special.
Why he ain't turn his phone off?
That's another thing. Why he ain't turn his phone off.
Yeah.
But it might be because of work and stuff like that. That could be a thing.
You on your honeymoon? Ain't no work.
Disturbed is a thing.
Yeah,
that
that's what I was gonna say. He ain't telling them they was on a honeymoon.
I mean, I can understand him want to be in communication with his mom, but you can set your do not disturb to allow certain phone calls through. Because, like, yeah, because my kids' school called me when I was on do not disturb.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you could do that. It's a thing.
All right. So some of the couples, they go ahead and enjoy some alone time. Michael and Jasmina decide to go on a couples date with Olajuwon and Katina. They head to the beach and they talk about compatibility and admit that they can see how they were matched with each other. But it is clear that Jasmina side interviews that she still not sold on her and Michael's communication, which she needs to see improve. And this is kind of sort of how it went. Oh, where are we? There we go.
If you guys are both opinionated,
I don't know. I feel like I'm able sometimes to see both sides, and sometimes he's just like, nah. Like, this is how it is. This is what you did, type of thing. And I'm like,
that's funny.
No, not even.
Because I think I could think the same about you.
I'm sure you
I
can.
think we're the same in that regard.
Jasmina and Mike, at least they know, why they were matched and their similarities. But, she just married a stranger, so it's just gonna take time. And it's just like, focusing on not trying to get your point across, but just like being understanding to each other, even if you have opposite point of view.
Now, here is where I really like Katina. Katina is very true. She's very insightful. And she doesn't care who she says what to about what. No, Key, he's no longer back there.
No, I heard something.
So, Jeff, what did you think about this scene here and that particular issue between Jasmina and Michael?
I think with Jasmina, because she hasn't gone through loss like Michael's gone through loss, it's hard for her to understand why he is the way he is. And the problem with Michael is because he's gone through so much loss, he can't communicate why he is the way that he is properly. So when you have one person who doesn't know how to really talk and you have another person who really doesn't know how to listen, it ends up the way it is right now. Like, yeah, they got a lot of similarities in person, and I think they're a perfect match. But her lack of empathy and really understanding what he's saying, and I guess him and the way he's saying it is what's causing the issue. So I think that's really just the one thing they got to fix. Like, I think other than that, everything else is green between the two of them.
Okay, Key.
Yeah, and to me, Jasmina has like a staleness to her
100.
personality.
Yeah.
Like to say that she's such a positive person, her face, her body language, it always looks like she's irritated.
Yes,
She got resting face.
So it's like, I don't know. Like, because body language is half of the conversation. That's half of communication. So let's be honest. If you're already having a hard time telling me your feelings, but then you looking at me and I'm looking at you judgy, or I'm looking at you as if I want to be anywhere but here, that's not gonna have you open up to me either. And that's not gonna have you talk to me warmly either. So I think the problem with them is her. I really don't think it's him.
Okay.
I think it's both of them.
Go ahead.
They both got an issue.
All right, go ahead. Talk about it.
They got the same issue. They don't know how to communicate. They need to learn how to argue, because both of them clearly know how to express themselves, but they don't know how to argue. Because I had this same problem where I'm, being from where I'm from, I say how I feel and I come straight at you. And if you piss me off, I'm even worse than me just being blunt. So you got to learn how to talk your issues and not be aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Listen to the other person's side, and then y'all come up with a mutual agreement or something that's gonna work for the two of y'all. But that's clearly their problem. They just don't know how to argue.
Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. So
it was a jewel.
It was a jewel. You did. You
Jewel
dropped it. Jewel dropper. Okay. Now we get into the Alyssa and Chris saga for a little while. After the failed tennis meetup, Chris video chats with his sister, who ultimately tells him to, just cut all ties. And pretty much this is how it went.
To him, I hate him. He's a f***ing ass. He's disrespectful and rude, and he's doing me dirty. And it's f***ing disgusting that a man is treating a woman like that who's been nothing but nice to him.
It's essentially that she doesn't think we're compatible. She feels robbed because she didn't get the person she wanted.
He comes off as this good guy. Well, guess what? He's a car salesman who sells houses. Why does he think he can move into the apartment and I don't get to move into the apartment? Why can't I hang out with my girls? Why don't I get to be there?
I want to know who the hell said that she was friends with anybody.
Boo.
That's
boo.
Tomatoes.
Who said any of these people like you?
Jewel dropper.
Who said any of these damn people like you?
I just had to ask that question. Look,
man,
what you say, Key, all the time? If you got to say you a good person, you really
a good person. Well, she tries to defend herself. She meets with Katina and Jasmina while Chris meets with Lindsay and Mark. Alyssa tells the women that Chris is blaming her for things not working and that she's annoyed because she feels like she's being shown in a poor light. Katina defends that Alyssa should try, which is why this is why I like Katina. She defends and tells Alyssa, you should try to learn more about Chris rather than assuming he's exactly the way that his family and friends described him. And Jasmina feels bad for him. Meanwhile, Lindsay and Mark are supportive shoulders for Chris to lean on and hints that he should maybe let go of the marriage. Question of the hour. At that dude, Jeff, should he let go? Should he just pay the fine, pay the fee, and let go?
Yes.
I think he got the money.
Key, what do you? I see you shaking your leg. So Key gets a little irritation and things make her butt itch. She shakes that leg. So Key, go ahead and talk to the people.
I'm really irritated because I think she wants him to be the bad guy. So she wants him to say that he doesn't want to be with her anymore. And I don't think that's fair to him because in all honesty, he's still willing to try. He doesn't want to give up, but she does not want to say she does not want to say she doesn't want the marriage. That she wants it to look. That's why she keeps saying, "I'm trying. I'm still here. I'm a good person." But every time she says it, I believe her less.
Yeah.
She called him out his name. She called him a car salesman, all this other stuff. When he ever said anything that was disparaging towards her?
And she said she hated him.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yes. She was talking bad. She was body shaming him when they went swimming.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he has done nothing.
When he went snorkeling.
Well, yeah, when he went snorkeling, that's right. But you know what I mean? Like he really, I'm not saying that he put forth an effort, but he showed up and he was polite and he was kind and he was willing to do whatever they wanted to do for that day. And she's been nothing but negative energy every time she opened her mouth.
Every step of the way.
But she want to blame him because he's asking for her to make it plain, because it's clearly her that has these feelings. Because the big question in my mind when they were doing the marriages is why Chris said that she was absolutely gorgeous. I'm trying to figure that out.
That might be what he thought. He might have thought she was
in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
He need to behold some contact lenses.
Well, Jeff, what do you like? How do you continue to stay and be mentally and verbally abused by someone who is delusional as, excuse me, I can't use the F-bomb, who's delusional as hell?
So I think with Chris, because I think they talked about this earlier with him before, he's a goal-driven guy. He's a goal-oriented guy. So getting married was his goal. The next goal is staying married. And it's one of those things, I don't know, maybe it was from prior relations or something like that. Like he's taken it in order to save his relationships. Because I think he said before, like he was in a long-term relationship before and all that type of stuff. So his idea,
monogamy.
Yeah, he's Mr. Monogamy. So I'm pretty sure he's dealt with not maybe this worse, but something similar to this. And I guess he's thinking this too shall pass. So he's like, if I can wait this out, if she can get to know the real me, then maybe there's a chance to save this. But I really feel like when it comes to her, Chris might be I think she's got that princess syndrome. Like she's used to getting it her way, having it her way, and no man telling her no and all this other type of stuff. And it ain't working out like that. And I think that's the bigger issue in any of this.
But if you notice what he said all of her family members told him that he's just what she needs. And even some of the people on some of the other couples had said that they believe Chris is what she needs and she doesn't. I think Katina said it when they had the Katina and Elijah one by themselves when they did the little interview. And she was like, by the time she realizes, no, Lindsay said it. It was Lindsay and Chris. It was Lindsay and Mark. And Lindsay said by the time she realizes what she's had, she's going to be 10 years down the road and he's going to be gone and she's going to be wishing that she dealt with things differently.
She wants him the way he is on some
bodybuilder's body. Like
exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
To look different. And I'm gonna come back to another point, but the thing that bothers me in this moment is that you can only dance with the person that wants to dance with you.
Preach.
He brought you to the dance. Well, y'all met at the dance because y'all was set up. It was a blind date, basically. And you're not even taking the time because you did what teenagers do. What adolescents do. Oh man, his friend said this and his friend said that. And because I'm already not attracted to him, I choose to believe that what they're saying is correct, and I am going to not go all in and find out what it is here past a physical attraction, because sometimes it has to go past the physical, because at the end of the day, everybody gains weight, everybody loses weight, everybody gets old, things start to sag, and what are you going to have then? What's beautiful at 25 to you is not going to be look as great at 65.
So it's only going to get worse.
Worse.
And apparently you're single for a reason. You came on this show for a reason.
She thought she was applying to the Bachelor.
She thought she was a catch. That's her problem.
Well, no, she does not. I don't think she thinks herself to be a catch. I think that she knows she's not, but she felt by coming on this show. Well, hell, first off, you came on the wrong show, because they don't never have a whole bunch of good looking, in shape people. They just this ain't the show that does that.
But they be in the gym.
Yeah, they be in the gym, but they ain't all. You're gonna have an array of different people. And I just, and another thing, I think we spent far too much time on her. But one last thing, what is her infatuation with this house? Key, with this apartment? What is her infatuation with this apartment? You don't want to help? Yeah.
She's homeless.
I knew it was coming.
She's homeless. 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 She's homeless.
She need a tent.
Hey man, look. Anyway,
I think her mama put her out. That's what it is. Her mama said, "You married now." Her mama said, "You married now. You gonna stay with your husband.
You can't come back here.
You somebody else's problem now."
Yeah, you
My
can't
mother
come back.
said the same thing.
Mine did too. But
I love you, Mom, but she said the same thing.
Yeah, you can't come back here.
I ain't go back.
I was staying with my grandma.
So then this happens at dinner.
Is to find the person I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. And if somebody wants to move exceptionally slowly, that's fine with me, because my plan was a rest of my life plan. I have time. But I can't take those steps. I can't keep putting myself out there unless I get something that's not zero back.
I like that.
Him saying I'm not trying isn't true. For him not to want to compromise, when I'm trying to think of solutions to these problems that we're having, and he doesn't want to entertain them, that's disappointing to me, because Chris seems to be trying actively to make me look bad. And it won't happen because I'm not a bad person, and I'm a really good person.
I want to know what mirror she was looking in.
No.
Who fed her those lines? She makes me sick.
You know what? I got a better drop for her.
I'm really a good person.
I got one for her too.
I got it. Here you go.
Nobody feels bad for you, Alyssa. No one.
It's so sad the amount of time we had to spend talking about such negativity.
Yeah. She been from day one, the wedding.
And we went and I
Making
wanted
herself
to talk
look
about
bad.
it last week, but it's so sad.
But she's been making herself look bad since the wedding, and now she's blaming Chris.
But my thing is, I just feel
production.
I felt
production gonna do what they do.
I felt bad.
We need footage.
I have felt bad for characters in the past. I felt bad for Paige, but I did feel that there was a part of Paige that kind of she didn't deserve anything that Chris did to her. But the time she tried to take him back and he wanted to come back, and then she let him smash, and then he was like, "Nah, I'm not attracted to you." And then those back and forth. But for Chris, like, he is getting nothing. He said, if she would even give me 1%, I will go the other 99%. I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's right. And I honestly believe, and here's what I believe. I don't think that the show should hold him liable if he wants to leave.
I don't think they will.
I don't think they will hold him to that contract because he is there. He is actively trying. You could see the effort. If the man is at a table and he says 1%, just give me 1% and I'm here.
Oh, this is how bad of a person she is. She complained when he was talking to someone else randomly about his hand gestures.
Yeah, she said he was aggressive.
Yeah.
So if I'm pointing up at the sun because it's a beautiful sunset, well, look at the sun.
And I don't think he was that aggressive. Like he wasn't even talking about her. He was just talking about some random shit. Like he was just talking.
Like I don't get it.
Yeah, nah.
What more you want that man to do?
I don't know.
He's going to keep calling you out because you need to be honest. You need to be honest with yourself, and you need to be honest with these people that have put out this money for you to be on this show to help you.
And she was like, yeah, I had the opportunity to go home yesterday. And Olajuwon was like, really? So you're really gonna get on a plane and leave and leave? It's 90 something degrees out here in the sun. You got the beach, everything paid for, and you're going to leave? He was like, come on, man, come on. And Katina started laughing. Like, come on.
I want to know what part of the experience she wants to be a part of.
Oh, the cameras.
Because everybody else is going to be going about their life. They're going to be challenged in their marriage. They're going to go to their jobs. They're going to go. Like every night is not going to be come home and party with the girls or party with the guys. Like it's not.
Well, let me say this: they got on Chris because Chris was like, "Look, I need to know," and she said, "No, I'm not. This is not a conversation to have in front of people." And Chris was like, I tried having it in private. I tried having it in front of production. I tried having it in front of these people. I've been trying to have this conversation that you obviously don't want to have. And then he gets her to have the to attempt to do the conversation later. That's not in front of people. And she continuously goes, well, I don't want to talk about it right now.
I like the part when she was just sitting there looking like a deer caught in the headlights.
Bruh, she makes me so
She had
sick.
like straight crickets.
All right, well,
she had no definition or no answer for any question he asked.
Well, let's not give her any more of our energy and time.
I'm enjoying this.
Okay, let's get on.
Now you think there's a drinking game somewhere that everybody says every time she says I'm a good person, they start taking shots?
I'm with that.
I say we do that next week. Let's say let's do this. Let's do this next week during the recording. Let's all be on IG Live, shots ready, and watch it. Shots ready and take shots on live every time.
Every time. I'm a good person.
I will do it.
Okay, you can take shots of orange juice because you can't do that.
I do it from the Diary of Key.
Do it from the Diary of Key? Okay.
Key, will you be off of suspension by then?
No, that's TikTok.
No, that's TikTok. We're gonna be on IG. We all gonna be together on IG Live. And every time that they say that she says I'm a good person, shots up.
God. Oh God.
Pull up.
And I'm trying. But I'm trying.
I'm trying.
And I'm trying. Yeah, that's the one. All right, now it's time for the What You Watching. I'm trying to get on to get out of talking to her. So now it's time for the What You Watching segment. The What You Watching segment is brought to you by Unfiltered. Head over to unfilteredforever.com for everything from tees to tech suits to leggings for the ladies. They got you covered. Visit unfilteredforever.com. Use the promo code RSP at checkout for 15% off of your entire order. That is unfilteredforever.com. And remember, there is a science to being you. Key, what you watching?
I am currently binge watching Power from season 1.
Love it.
Oh, and for those who miss it, check out Eggs, Grits, and Ignorance every Monday and Friday. But on Monday mornings, we have the Power Hour segment where we talk about power episodes from the weekend.
And I'm ready.
Jeff, what you watching?
I am about to dive into Raising Dion. I some people been telling me about that show. It's a pretty dope show.
Yeah, my kids, with Daddy, we about to watch season 2. I was like, when did you watch season 1? I didn't even know that happened.
Yeah.
Who's in that? Is Dion Cole in that?
No, man, no. So Raising Dion's pretty much about this little superpower black boy and growing up in America while being black with superpowers. That's pretty much the premise of the show.
Yeah. It's supposedly dope. My kids like it a lot. Ibby, what you watching?
I am currently. Well, I just finished the season finale of Boba Fett, and I did watch the first episode of Force. I am fully caught up on that.
What did you think
episode?
I think they packed a lot in one episode because my man done pissed people off, got some draws, did a whole bunch of mess, and then
got family, all that.
Yeah. So it's about to be crazy.
I was gonna say that's Tommy though.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's Tommy.
I just hope he moves smart. And don't get himself caught up.
No, it's about to be reckless. When was he ever done smart? His recklessness. That's what we watching for.
What he did in Alley was reckless.
Well, Tommy, running when he was running dude over with the cup. I loved it. He was having too much fun.
Yo, when he was like, he said, man, I got a short fuse and a long memory.
I loved my favorite thing that Tommy ever did was when he rolled my man up in the bubble tape
in the bubble wrap
off the building.
Key, I don't think you're on that episode yet, but when you see it, you're gonna die laughing.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
All right, so let's get off the hook. Starting to ruin it for Key. But I thought it was a good opening. I thought it was a good first episode. I'm in a couple of power groups. A lot of people didn't like it. They don't like Joseph. What's his name? Joseph Sikora.
Mm-hmm.
And they say he tries to have a black accent. I don't see it. I don't agree with it.
He just has to try to be hood from New York,
that's typical New York hood. Right there.
It's always a stretch. It always is a stretch.
Yeah, so
he's an Irish Italian guy from down the block somewhere.
And that's the thing. But I think,
but he's a good actor.
I do think that a lot of times people try to overanalyze shows in the sense of it is comedy. It's just it's for pure entertainment, and just enjoy.
Do you want to see Tommy win or not?
Yeah, just enjoy being entertained. Just sit down and enjoy entertainment. I'm watching The Cleaning Lady. If you haven't checked it out, it's about this lady. She's from, I forget what country she's from, but she's a doctor from another country, and they don't have what she needs for her son to be taken care of. So she's an illegal immigrant, and she's here trying to get her son treatment. And she ends up getting tied into this mafia family because she went to clean and then witnessed somebody dying. And then she cleaned up the mess. And along the way, she kind of saves people's lives while the FBI wants her to be a snitch. And there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Kind of interesting. It comes on Fox. So I'm watching that currently. Well, last thing, Who You Riding With segment is brought to you by Southern Elegance Candle Company. Where modern values meet Southern charm. Right now, check out the site, secandleco.com, and use our promo code CRUX for 15% off of all your regularly priced items. That's secandleco.com, where they lovingly craft each scent and city combination to elicit a fond memory to whisk you to a place of pure joy. What you got there, Jeff? Who you riding with?
I am riding with Noy and Steve, and for a good second place, I'm riding with the experts, specifically Pastor Cal, because I know he gonna want to highlight some of these people real quick.
As soon as they get back. Key, who you riding with?
I'm riding with Lindsay and Mark.
Man, you took my answer. Ibby, who you riding with?
I shall not pick any easy people. I'm riding with Michael and Jasmina.
Okay, and I'm gonna ride with Olajuwon and Katina. I think this week's gonna be a rough week, but I think they'll make it.
Yeah.
So Jeff, tell them where the people can find you at, brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, man, follow your boy at @that_dude_Jeff, man. Come in and join in on the fun, man. We having it.
Ibby, tell them where they can find you at, bro.
You can find me on Instagram. That's BigKidEnvy_chops.
Yeah. Key, give it to us one time.
You can find My Girl Speak with Key each and every Wednesday wherever you get your podcast for free. You can also find me at mygirlspeak.com. You can send an advice letter at key@mygirlspeak.com, or you can call the hotline at 803-310-4075, or you can find me each and everywhere. TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter at The Diary of Key. And if you want to just find the podcast, you can find that at MCS with Key on Instagram.
All right. You can find me on the Relationship Status Podcast each and every Monday and Wednesday. You can also find me on our morning show, Eggs, Grits, and Ignorance, with us four, bringing you all the ignorance along with some breakfast. Each and every Monday and Friday live on Facebook and YouTube, as well as all podcast platforms at noon. You on those very same days, you could also find me on social media at Yosh in the building, on Instagram at I am Coach E_ on Twitter, and Yoshi English on Facebook. All of my accounts are private, so you will have to request. But we do let everybody can't get in the club, but we do have some entrance. All right. So here we go. Everybody say peace to the people, because we are out.